episode 17 of Strike Channel. We're at Bluntmere today and I've just caught this 15 pound 11 ounce common on my chop rig with that lovely pink pop up. Contemplating changing setup completely because it wasn't working, but just as I finished tying some new rigs I've caught this lovely common, so we'll keep going with it.
Right, we're down here again with Chris doing a winter session over Blunts. He's showing the way at the moment using pink chods. I haven't had much success. Been looking around, casting different places, but I'm just sticking to an overhanging tree and the baited spot what me and Chris started doing, using chop boilies and whole boilies and putting a bit of syrup on it. We've been here for 3-4 hours now. Not a lot showing, more duck action, it's winter time, but still promising for another bite. Chris is, because he's got his rods on the money, so have I, so he's going to sit back and wait for another bite. How did you find your fish, Chris?
Well, it came from nowhere really, didn't it? I know, I was tying up those new rigs for a change and then it ripped off on the chod, so I stuck with it for another couple of hours, so hopefully I'll get another one, but it was a nice fish.
Yeah, it was a weird bite because I was putting some bait out just over the top of the chod, around the area, and it just screamed off. So
yeah, while we're baiting up. So.
It was a bit of a shock, but at least we had one. But when I was baiting up, the temperature was rising because the sun was getting higher. So
yeah, so it's now at 4 degrees instead of 2 degrees.
Yeah, so it's alright. At least we're not freezing now. We're in the warm bivvy with the sun on it, so just need to wait. Plus the old pinks, they do the business in the winter time mostly. Shall we talk about tactics? Winter time? Alright. Well, what lake shall we talk about? Boreham? Blunts or which? Blunts? Do Blunts today? Well, I've done 2 sessions on Boreham Back Lake. I've done the first one I did on the camera, and the second one I didn't because it was a bit hard really, because I was moving about. I had to just pre-bait some spots and just fish each within 30 minutes. I had 5 fish in the end. I had 2 mirrors, 3 commons, biggest was about £8. I was using just chop boilie down in the margins and just fishing a snowman white pop up over the top with what bait was I using? Scope? No, it wasn't Scope X. What was it? Tutti Frutti and Coconut GLM from Crafty Catcher. Doing a business, aren't I, Chris, so far this season?
Crafty Catcher is, yeah.
Yeah. Tactics on blunts. Well, for the winter time, I usually just try and find snags or fish in the margins as usual. I don't do as much, and we haven't done much as changed much in summer. Just using chods really, haven't we?
Yeah.
That's the only change we did is using chod rigs. But might try some. The zig rig might work. Might be in upper layers, or just finding the fish, just putting some baits down in the spot, fish it for 30 minutes. If nothing, go to the other spot where you baited. It's been a good method really. Yeah, just keeps the basics, you know, and all of that. Why did you use chods today then, Chris?
Well, basically, it's just I've obviously got a bit of baited area of boilie, but I wanted something that's it's gonna stand out. You know, it could go either way. They could, because it stands out so much, they could avoid it, but the chances are, because it stands out so much, they're going to be going for that first. So over my baited boilies, hopefully they'll pick out my hook bait first, and that's the idea. So, and also there's a bit of sill on the bottom, so it's going to sit above any debris, which is obviously nice, going to sit pretty. And
yeah, because this time of year, all the leaves have come off the tree and they've gone to the bottom of the lake, so he's just got that bit of pop up just to rise back them leaves, dead leaves.
Yeah.
So yeah, how long have we got left of this session?
Well, till dusk, so
Read of about 4, haven't we?
yeah, about 4 hours.
So we've got about 5 hours left.
Yeah.
5 hours of fishing. Hopefully we can actually bag a few more. Hopefully I'll get a run. But it's looking promising because the sun's now out and it's warming up a little bit more. so that might affect turn on the fish, because weather plays a massive effect on carp fishing mostly. So we're just going to sit back, have something to eat, and see where the fish are. Hopefully we see you back with another fish. So yeah. Hello, fans of Strike Channel. I'm down here at Back Lake today. Just see if we catch a few fish. This is about a bit of an add-on from the last video, episode 18 down Blacksmith, where Chris did really well. He had 15 out and his troll rig has been testing out, a bit of pink, and he had about a low double commons before we left. The light was fading, so we couldn't really get a decent picture. And yeah, so I'm going to do a bit of an add-on to that, just a bit of diary down Back Lake, just seeing what's happening down here. Chose swim number, I'm not sure what number it is, but if you come down the track it's the second one on the right, where you've got some reeds to your right, you've got reeds straight towards you, and nice margin on your left, a bit of open water to fish with. Where the reeds is a bit of weed. If you fish two there into the reeds it's fine. If you come back about 10 yards, there's a nice bit of weed. So when you hook a fish from that distance you need to pull back so the fish gets out of the weed and you have a free fight. Main approach today, I came down here a few weeks ago, just before Christmas. I had a bit of difficulties just catching the fish, for example. So I decided to walk around the lake, have a look, then bring a bit of bait, bring the 2 rods, landing that and unhooking that, and your rig box, just to walk around the lake, fish little spots, and it definitely showed that method really worked. So today, I'm in the swim, fishing the same bit, seeing what's going to happen. I've seen a few fish crashing around in reeds, and that, so I'm just going to wait and see what happens. For example, don't have nothing by 10, 11 o'clock, do the same thing like I did last time, pre-bait a bit of spots, fish it, and that's how I got runs last time. So hopefully a few fish be in the back view, maybe a double in that. The stock in here is quite, for carp, quite low, it's about a £5 bracket, really. So it's alright if you're like match angler, pole angler, even a carp angler for a bit of fun in the winter time and the summertime. A lot of perch, rudd, roach to fish in here for. Bream, I think. Quite a lot of silver fish are in here. So when you've got the odd few carp. So yeah, it's looking good at the minute. No one's on the lake except me, so I've got that option to move around, try different spots for about 30 minutes at a time. So I'm going to stay in here for an hour and a half, see what happens. And that, I found a bit of a gravel patch just out there, fishing too, what I found the other time. It's a nice donk, fishing on. Pig pop over it, but it's not like popped up like a choddy. It's got your rig, got a shot lead, I'll show you it later, a bit of putty, and the pig pop up's just sitting nice and high from the water column. And the other rod is the faithful chopped snowman rig, where it's got some chopped bottom bait and a nice tipped off, washed out pink pop up on the top that worked last time. So hopefully that goes. Both rods are in the money, so if not, I'll probably chuck in an hour and a half, have a look, and I'll keep you updated if I have any fish. So yeah, I'm in. It's at the weed now, it's alright. Right, see if I can get this one in for you guys, and I'll speak to you in a bit. Caught on that snowman chop presentation. Choddy size 8 hook. About 4 or 5 million. Let's get it back, it's quite fluffy, it's quite live. It's show you the rig next. Right, just had a double one. This was the first fish. I put the other fish away because it's only about £3. This one is £13, 3 ounces. So good activity. Definitely common. I'll show you the rig next. So get this one back and see if we can catch a few other big ones. So yeah. Right, another carp to long rod now, about £4 or £5. It's 3 fish on the long rod now, the snowman presentation. So I'll show you the 2 rigs next, what I'm using right now. I'm going to talk about the rigs I'm using today in these situations. Had 4 fish now. I had 5 runs, but I'm not sure if I lost it or it was a liner. So now, sun's out, last day carp fishing. So now I'm just going to run you through the rigs I'm going to use today. As you can see on my right here, on the right hand brush just near the brushes, and I'm going to fish in snowman presentation in front of it. It's very simple, just got the size 8 swivel, size 8 choddy hook. This choddy hook is quite good, turns ever so quickly to catching the fish's hole, because since I've been watching the underwater filming, I've been looking at how to reset the rig more and how I can catch them a bit quicker. Choddy hook's quite small as well, I like it in the size 8, so it turns a bit more. I've got an option as a pop-up as well. So that just sits there at the top of it, hovering, and it just turns the bottom of it quite quickly. We have a rig, I'm going to show you how to tie it now. Right, this is the second rig what I had, biggest fish of the day on. It's a clockwork orange pink pop-up from mainline, about 15-18mm. And it goes down to a size 8 choddy, from quarter hook, and a bit of putty and SSG split shot, just to pin everything down and make sure the line sunk down so it can reset itself. For example, it blew out, that blows out and it sits just about as it was saying. As a fish do, suck it in and eject it, you just have to take it. The putty's here for just to see the distance of how high that pop-up's going to sit. I just want that to sit just above the bait, Then the split shot is just to pin everything down so it sits on the bottom. So it's just gone 12, so should be a few bites coming along soon. So hopefully I have a few more fish to show. If not, thanks for watching, and I'll be down here Boreham on Friday, so that's tomorrow. Seeing if I can catch a big fish at Boreham with Chris, hopefully. So today's just a little taster, just testing out the rigs, how they work. So I'm more confident sitting over there instead of not. So hopefully I'll catch a few fish for you now, and I'll see you Friday. So yeah. Guys, this is it, putting the snowman rig on the long rod. Just under £12, so £11.50 ounce common. Lovely pristine common. A bit lively. I just missed a run while I was trying to land this one. So this shows you need to get your rigs right and your bait. You should be able to catch big fish out of Boreham back lake like me today. So let's get this one back and see if we can catch a few more before it gets done.